To the break of dawn, yo!
Tell me what you know about dreams. Tell me what you know about night terrors. Nothing. You don't really care about the trials of tomorrow. Rather lay awake in the bed full of sorrow.
What you just saw was a prime example of how the media portrays underage drinking. As you can see, society makes drinking out to be a big party where everyone has fun and no one gets hurt. But we're here to show you the other side. We're here to show you the effects of alcohol of real people and real stories.
Can you please state your name and age for the record?
My name's Sam and I'm 20 years old.
Where do you attend school, Sam?
I go to Rutgers University.
Would you say that there's a lot of underage drinking at Rutgers?
Yeah, there's a lot of parties and usually there's a lot of minors there.
Where does most of this underage drinking take place?
There's Greek life, which consists of the fraternities and sororities, so a lot of events happen at those houses. We have sports teams too, and they have off-campus houses usually as well, so it can happen there. Or a lot of people have off-campus houses or apartments.
Would you say that some of these parties get out of hand or are uncontrollable at times?
Things can escalate quickly and easily become situations that aren't easy to control.
Can you give me an example of that?
One fraternity house I was at, I noticed someone in the corner laying face down, hunched over, and I went up to him and saw that he wasn't responding to anyone being at the party. People were saying his name, hitting him, trying to get him to wake up, and he wasn't waking up because he had drank too much.
Okay, so what did you do for this person?
I asked one of the brothers in the house to call an ambulance for him because I knew he wasn't responsive, but they did not like that.
Why did they not like that?
They were scared of getting in trouble, so they didn't want an ambulance to come because then police would have to follow. And they had people drinking there underage, so they were scared that they could get their house taken away.
Did you call the ambulance anyway?
Yes, I called them myself.
Why'd you do this?
At the beginning of the semester at Rutgers, a girl went to a fraternity house and clearly needed help, but people waited too late and she ended up passing away.
So they did this they didn't call for her because they didn't want to get themselves in trouble?
Nope.
So do you regret going against what the fraternity brother's saying, calling the ambulance for this person?
Absolutely not. I'm not sure what happened to that person, but I'd rather be safe than sorry with every decision I make.
Okay, thank you very much, Sam.
You're welcome.
Please state your name and age.
Sean, 19 years old.
Where do you attend school?
Rutgers University, New Brunswick.
From a recent interview, we learned that there is a lot of underage drinking that takes place at Rutgers. Would you agree with this statement?
Yes,
Do you partake in this underage drinking?
I do.
How often did you your freshman year?
3 to 5 days a week.
And now?
Probably about the same.
Have you ever had any bad experiences with your underage drinking or any of your housemates underage drinking?
Yes, I have a housemate that was recently diagnosed as bipolar and had to leave school last year in the spring semester because of it. Came back in the fall when he was healthy again, and with the constant party habits at school, it led to him drinking and actually stopping to take his medicine, and he became very sick due to it.
Do you have any regrets from your underage drinking, your freshman year?
Yes, my grades slipped up a little bit because on the weekends, maybe when I should have been doing a little bit more studying or working on papers, I was spending time hungover and not doing what I should have been doing.
Thank you for your time.
Please state your name and age for the record.
I'm Dylan, I'm 17 years old.
Where do you attend school?
Brick Memorial High School.
Would you say that there's a lot of underage drinking that takes place before school activities?
Yes, I would.
Have you ever drank before school activities?
Yes, I have.
Which activities have you drank before?
I've drank before basketball games, football games, hockey games, and homecoming.
Have you ever gotten caught for being intoxicated while drinking at a school event? And
Yes,
what event?
Yes, I have, and homecoming.
What was your punishment?
I got kicked out of the dance. I received 3 days of gas, and I had to meet with the school substance abuse counselor one time.
Who did you mainly disappoint for this action?
Most likely my family.
Do you think that the counseling was a necessary punishment?
Yes.
Would you ever drink before an event again?
No, I would not.
Do you think your night would have been better without the alcohol, and why?
Absolutely, because you make dumb decisions when you're drunk.
Please state your name and age for the record.
My name is Steven Shockett and I'm 18 years old.
Would you agree with the statement that high school students like to drink before social events?
Definitely, yes.
Have you ever drank before a social event?
Yes.
What were some of these events?
Mostly just parties.
Okay. Did people ever find out that you were intoxicated, and if so, at what events?
At one event, it was a Sweet 16 and they knew I was drinking heavily.
Okay. What happened to you when people realized the situation?
At first they were nervous for me. They wanted to just make sure I was okay, and then they wanted to get me out of the party so I wouldn't ruin anything.
Were you aware of what was going on around you at this time?
No, I was not aware.
Were you in any kind of trouble from this night?
Yes, I was.
What kind of trouble were you in?
My parents took away my phone for about 3 months. I had to apologize to the host of the party, and I wasn't allowed out for a while.
Do you think you would have been better off that night if you were sober?
Without a doubt.
What did you learn from this experience?
I learned that you don't need to have fun to drink. I learned that you can just hang out with your friends without having to use alcohol in any way.
Okay, thank you.
Four out of 5 college students drink alcohol underage.
About half the students that drink are also known binge drinkers.
About 5,000 people under the age of 21 die each year from alcohol-related car crashes, homicides, suicides, alcohol poisoning, and other injuries such as falls, burns, and drowning.
More than 190,000 people under the age of 21 visited an emergency room for alcohol-related injuries in 1 year.
The percentage of people who abuse alcohol after being diagnosed with bipolar disorder is 16%.
In a recent national household survey, it was found that as rates of alcohol used by 12 to 18-year-olds increased, grade point averages decreased.
On average, 51.2% of underage drinkers between the ages of 15 and 17 were referred to treatment by the court system.
34% of underage drinkers drink before social events.
42% of teens get grounded at home for underage drinking. Just remember, children,
Don't underage drink!